He asks if he can kiss him.
They're basically just angry because they lose money, I think.
There's no way we can avoid that. It's literally unimaginable.
The main topic today is how to deal with criticism or just toxicity, hater, the comments, etc. Do you often read this in your social media?
Well, I used to read it back in the day, but these days I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't read them anymore, it's whatever.
Was it like affecting you or something before?
Back in the day it used to affect me when I was young and unexperienced, I guess. These days, like I said, I don't read it, so it doesn't matter.
Ansel?
Similar to yours, like when the first time I saw it, sometimes I get emotional to it because the person doesn't know what happens like in the game during my team. For example, why we lose, why we are underperforming, something like that. But right now I just don't care. They're basically just angry because they lose money, I think.
By the way, I have some samples. You can just feel free to read it. Why not?
All your moms must be one hella gang of sluts to have your retards as their sons.
Very bad person.
Please do consider killing yourself. I mean, if he says it, I might consider it, you know.
So hey motherfuckers, you Russians should already kill yourselves, you dirty bastards. All you shitheads can do is pretty much throwing every single game for money, obviously. Not gonna lie, man, I hope your family dies of cancer. Sure. Jesus Christ.
Is this real wine?
Please, Russians should not be even alive at all.
Not even live at all.
You filthy beings.
Filthy being.
That's a goodie. Have you guys ever been, I don't know, criticized by players or just famous CSGO
I think so.
people?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Analysts or something?
yeah, of course. When we played, there was a period in 2019 between the majors when we had a problem with your visa. And then we had to get a stand-in and then we couldn't get back on track. It was like a period of 3 months. But similar to now, that we were kind of trying to get our footing. And even the analysts and the CSGO experts I mean, that would be the correct word, I guess, on the events, they were pretty accurate. We were playing badly, you know, and then they were just saying it out loud, and they were not wrong. We did play badly at the time, but those things change, you know. You can always get back with the same form. It's just a matter of timing, I guess. We put in the work, but you know, it's gonna pay out like it always did with us. We have been team for what, 3 years now, almost, without you, Benny, I guess. But
Benny?
This is like your hater, you know.
I call him Benny, yeah. We call him Benny, but his name is Hans. So you always bounce back, you know, you always get the right form at the right time, kind of.
How often do you see positive messages? Do you, I don't know, answering it or not?
Yeah, I've done it before. I don't mind responding. I mean, you know, you can have a good game and the guy can type something really nice, and the next game you play, you know, not at your greatest, and then all of a sudden he don't like you anymore. So it's a bit, yeah. So it's not super easy to always.
That's when you go block.
Of course, insta block. But I respond to a lot of people, and some of the time, you know, they want to become good friends and have a good conversation about life. Not always. I'm not always super interested in that.
How about you, Hansel? You're the most famous, I would say, Asian player. You have your own fan base, I guess.
It's always great to read positive comments, before the game or after the game, no matter what is the result. Even if we lose, they still say nice try or something. It makes me happy. And sometimes I reply them on my Instagram, but not every time, but just sometimes when my mood is great and I see the words is really good, I just say thank you. I appreciate the word.
Can you guys remember the most weirdest comments you ever seen?
The weirdest one was when I saw somebody call Jay beautiful, but yeah.
I don't think it was that weird.
What?
I get it all the time. Dude, the fucking weirdest one was, for me, was some bloke made Leah's socks. They just got my face and shit on them. And dude, people are buying them. I think my mum bought a pair. So fucking weird. I think that was after like a big dub. I think it was like Katowice or something. We got Legends at the major for the first
I
time.
think I saw that.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool, to be honest.
I don't really think of any weird comments, but there's been some weird times at events, like what you were saying earlier.
yeah,
We're at an event in Thailand, and then we were backstage getting ready to go on to verse some team. I can't remember who it was. And then some random fan popped up next to us. I don't know how the fuck he got backstage. He was like, "Can I kiss you?"
Yeah, he was like all nice and like he was actually just, we were all sitting there, right, standing, whatever. And then all of a sudden he comes up straight to Aaron, nobody else. Straight to Aaron and starts talking to him. And then, you know, can I get your autograph and just stuff like that, you know? And then all of a sudden he asks if he can kiss him. That's what the top one weirdest thing that happened, right?
That was real awkward.
The weirdest thing was that he actually allowed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, tongue and all.
Yeah, it was really good.
No, he didn't.
We were like, who is this guy? Like,
Well, that was actually weird.
how did he get here?
It was weird. The whole event was weird. The whole event was weird.
Were there any comments that hurt you or just, I don't know, made you feel bad at the beginning, maybe? Like when you started your careers, I don't know.
Like bad comments.
Yeah, like
For me, maybe
did something affect you?
if the person mentioned about my parents or something, like some people does that, like I hope blah 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 for your parents. It's like a bad word. I don't like it, but I don't care actually. Like what I said at first.
Was it like harder at the beginning? Like right now you're just
Yeah,
dealing with it.
of course. At the beginning, I said it earlier. I a bit emotional about these negative comments, but I don't mind. I mean, right now I don't care anymore.
How about you boys?
No, I don't think so. Not really. Not in general, to be honest. We all know the fact that it's just someone behind a PC just talking shit, and at the end of the day, they can't really do anything.
I think it's mostly like the family things, right? Like when you are straight after the game and you get like, and emotions are high, right? You know, you're pissed off because you lost and disappointed and angry or whatever the feeling is, right? The messages start coming and there's like a family, I hope you're blah, 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 whatever. And I think that's like the triggering part. But the day after, like when you wake up the next day and you just scroll through those things, like you don't even care. At least for me, it's like that.
Yeah, just insta-block them, it's easier.
I don't block. I didn't block anybody.
Yeah, you didn't block
I don't think I blocked anyone.
I always block them.
No, I've only blocked like one guy, and that was the guy that I responded to the other day. And I just got the last word in and blocked him. He made me so angry.
I don't know, just make a habit of it, you know? I don't want my inbox to be full of shit.
Insta-mute. Yeah.
It's always like the
Insta-block them.
message requests.
Yeah, but I, like, you know,
I just don't even look at it.
there's times where I have a lot of requests,
They
you know?
just
like,
tweet at you also. If,
And
like,
then-
if you say something on Twitter or they'll just straight up direct.
If you're
tweet you.
verified, right, you can have like only notifications from verified people,
Yeah.
so you don't even get those.
Yeah, but I don't pick verify, I just pick all. And then so I can see if we've got fans saying good things. But most of the time, if they're tweeting us, just insta-mute. That's pretty much it. See you, mate.
Do you, for example, ever face toxicity in the match, in the competitive match, between the players, between the teams? I mean, right now it's not allowed, I guess, but back in the days, like 2012.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Like,
Have you ever faced toxicity in the match? I mean,
Oh, not really, yeah.
is it more like a trash talk rather than toxicity?
It's usually like banter.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
I don't think that's really
I
been
think it's toxic.
I think, yeah.
hasn't
Nowadays,
been- nowadays it's not really a thing. at all.
nowadays everybody know each other from the LAN events, right? And everybody literally know each other, like, you know, personally. And I don't think anybody is that immature, like, do those kind of things on the server. There's a banter always, like, you know, you guys suck or something like that, you know, just nice round or something, you know, nice spray or like, yeah, whatever. But nothing that can actually get to you. I never saw it.
never experienced any
Yeah.
other professional player being toxic towards me or my team.
do you feel like, I don't know, Counter-Strike community is the most toxic or just it's esports in general, I guess?
I mean, I think the main thing that makes it so toxic is the betters.
Betters?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's the main
100%.
thing. People lose money, they're angry.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's also like our job, the game is like through internet, right? And then we're always on PC and we always have access to the social media and this that we can read all these comments and everything. Like if you're playing like other sports, right? Soccer, basketball, they don't really have that much time on
PC and internet as,
Yeah,
as
that's
we
true.
do, you know. They all obviously have like all Instagram accounts and Twitter accounts, but they don't spend as much time.
Yeah, easier to disconnect,
I think that
guess.
the level of, I'll say, toxicity is pretty much the same. Maybe there is a lot of young kids in esports. They're just, like Aaron said, just sitting behind the PC, just you know. But in like other sports, I don't think there is that much, but it's close to each other, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could be better. That's definitely sure.
My guess would be there is toxicity in any sport, to be honest.
That's what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
especially esports.
In football and in all the other sports,
Isn't
no.
there isn't there like some Asian countries, Hans? Like for example, like I know Korea, maybe it's happened in China, I don't know, where if you're on the internet, you have to be on like your certain ID at all times or something like that. Is that a thing? Do you know?
I think it's China.
Is it China?
No idea,
So
actually.
they can find you.
So they can find you pretty much if like you're talking mad shit on the internet. Is it? Fuck, did I hear
I
that?
never
Is it
heard of
Korea?
it.
Maybe I don't know.
I think it is China.
Is
So
it
you
China?
search the security number.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like log in.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, to be honest.
And then so
a great idea.
someone's talking shit, they know who it is. And
Sounds like a little bit like too much control over people, kind of, you know. I don't know. Seems like a gray area there.
Do you have any advices like how to avoid toxicity for an average player or just a player who's starting his career?
The best thing you do is, you know, find a group to play with. And then you can avoid toxicity. Fuck that word, it's not an easy word. You can avoid it in your own group at least, you know. If you just, you know, play for yourself and play solo queue, then you're gonna face it everywhere. So I think find a group to play with is a good start.
I was still thinking about this ID thing that you just said. Like you post a comment
I think so,
as
yeah.
anonymous. Like, you know, you post comments and stuff like you're like anonymous user, but you're not really anonymous.
But
are you?
no, anonymous.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's scary.
What would be esports be like without these comments, hate, toxicity? That's like boring or what? Or you just wish it was?
It would be like trying to picture a fairy tale come true, like with like unicorns and like rainbows and shit. So I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's unimaginable even because you know,
There's always toxic
there's always
people.
like if you compete, like there is team A and team B, right? And then there is people who follow team A and people who follow team B, and they may meet each other. One is gonna lose, and the people who follow team B, they can never be like, oh yeah, good game guys, nice one, we're gonna get you next time. It's gonna be like, you know, people who actually write this, you know. And there's no way we can avoid that. It's literally unimaginable.
Don't be toxic. No, sorry, be toxic.